The song is quieter than I thought it would be. I don't know why it's so. I don't know why it's so quiet. Why is it so not loud? All right. Alrighty, hello everybody. It's been a little bit since the last Uma stream, and that's mostly because the requirements were not fulfilled, aka my requirements. My requirements weren't fulfilled. I didn't have a banner that I could only win on, basically. In terms of my, in terms of me, like, you know, risk mitigating, I guess is the right word. Who was it? It was freaking costumes for Curran and I forget the other person. And then, I didn't really want to roll on Inari 1. If I had infinite carrots, I probably would, but, you know, I'm not Mr. Infinite Carrots. But I am your host for today. It is the one and only, well, the 47th one. The floating one. The trying to obtain his whimsy back one. It's your boy Senjo. I'm regaining my whimsy slowly but surely. It's a process. It's a process. It takes time. It takes time. I lost my whimsy for a little bit. It happens. I'm trying to regain the goofiness. Honestly, that's just me being roundabout and just, you know, I've been having a little bit of a low period lately, but it's all good. It's all good. It happens. It's kind of just part of the process. It's like when you watch a, it's like when you watch, well, my best example is like WWE. Like WWE's been around for so long, and you know, it's had its very, very low points. So it just kind of happens. I was gonna say it's like a TV show, but most people wouldn't agree with that analogy because people kind of expect their TV show or like their favorite show to be like flawless for multiple seasons in a row. I feel like it doesn't happen though. I feel like that's not actually like the reality of things, but basically streaming is sort of like literally the best comparison is wrestling, but like not everybody's gonna get the freaking reference. But anyways, yeah, literally it's like wrestling. You just, there's gonna be low points, and I'm kind of slowly starting to exit mine right now, which would be, that'd be kind of tight. But either way, we're rolling for Sweet Tosho today. But Sweet Tosho's not out yet. She comes out in about 2 hours, so we're kind of just gonna kill time and hang out, and pretty much rolling for Sweet Tosho will be the last thing we do today. I really do I want Sweet Tosho. Okay, Sweet Tosho is a character I have been looking forward to only for one reason. Well, not only one reason, but this is a major reason. The major reason is her freaking card. Since this card has been in the game, her freaking her SR. Since this SR card has been in the game since the beginning, and you know, this is a notable, very good card within the SRs. You know, that kind of makes an impact. It really does. It really does. When I had no speed cards, who was there for me? Sweet Tosho SR. and that's loyalty right there. That's freaking loyalty. So that's definitely like, if I had to put in a percentage, it's definitely like 60, maybe 50 or 60% of the reason why I want to roll for Soup Tosho today. Obviously, the other percentage is I just want all the characters, as many as I can get. But she's also a little extra percentage there. She's also, I think, a late surger or an end closer, right? She could be late surger or end closer. Very good, very good. That is my preferred playstyle. I'm gonna finish my team races. Give me my daily shops. Give me my freaking daily shops, man. Okay, we're done with the daily shops now, so I can finish my team races, and then we can get started with a good old track blazer run that's going to hopefully kill the amount of time we need until Sweet Tosho comes out. It may or may not kill the allotted amount of time. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Do you believe in magic? It's magic. I feel like my tracking got worse since I started using my phone in horizontal mode, or it's because this phone that I use for my tracking is starting to slowly die, which is more likely to be the case, because this is it's telling me the battery on this phone is only like 78%. It's getting bad. It's about to explode on me. I feel like it's gonna blow up at any moment, which is scary. Gonna freaking explode, dude. Alright, well, let's chill out and play a little career. Good old-fashioned track blazer, the Umamusume killer. People stop playing because of track blazer. I might be one of them, honestly. I don't know if it's exactly track blazer's fault, though, honestly. I think it's mostly, for me personally, I think it's mostly just like I'm a person who likes to play a bunch of different games. Like, even if I, like, for example, I know people tend to stick with, like, certain genres just because, you know, just because, like, it's what they prefer, it's what they like and stuff like that. But for me, I like a bunch of different games, so it's very hard for me to just, like, only play one style of game. I know I get bored, and then the best remedy to fix that is to just play, like, you know, go from gacha games to shooters, go from shooters to single player RPGs, or, you know, stuff like that. That's just how I roll. That's how we roll. We roll like this. That's how we roll. We roll like this. I don't know who I want to play. We're in a bit of a predicament. I'm not sure who I want to play today. I gotta play somebody. You gotta kill a lot of time here. Gotta kill a lot of time here till till 3 p.m. That's maybe even 2 track blazers. Oh my god, a 2-for-1 special. You never seen me play 2 track blazers on stream. Probably for good reason. Never seen me play 2 track blazers on stream. Am I still on the hunt for an S+ Taishin? Could do that. I am. I'm on the freaking hunt, dude. Hunt showdown. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Alright, let's look for somebody who's got a fat amount of sparks. Oh yeah, what? I always forget. She would prefer some stamina. Give me a little bit of stamina. She just like, oh yeah, this is just a bunch of blue. I'm blue, da boo dee da boo da. If I was green, I would die. If I was green, I would die. I mean, yeah, I guess. I like borrowing this person's thing because they just have a bunch of sparks. I can get crazy sparks, bro. Crazy sparks. Alright, I think I could just go for some like raw stamina. Some raw stamina. It's raw. That thing is blue. Are you blimey mad? Are you banana bonkers crazy? It's blue. Is that raw stamina? Is that enough raw stamina for me? It's not enough raw stamina. More! More! Oops. That's enough raw stamina for me. I'll take that. I take it. I haven't actually played this game with music in a long time, so it's very old school. It's reminding me of the good old days. It's been a while since I've been... And look, using the Sweep Tosho card on Sweep Tosho release day, it's kind of just like poetic justice, no? That's what I should do, but honestly, I'll just use like a... Well, actually, that's fine. Marvelous Sunday. And then let's grab Fine Motion. Forge your own path. Make a debut. Power. Ooh. But now begins track Blazor for until 3. So 3 p.m. PST. Translate that to your time zone, please. Honestly, I'm eagerly waiting for them to like release another anime. Where's my Umamusume anime, bro? Hold on, blurry. Oh my god. 1 second. I'm still here. I'm just. I hope they're cooking behind the scenes. Maybe they're making another movie, but I'm eagerly waiting for, you know, Cinderella season 3, Cinderella Grey season 3, or like a new Uma anime. I do feel like they kind of wrote themselves into a corner a little bit. No, I don't want to say that. That's nah. See, I said it, but then I feel like, in hindsight, I don't think they wrote themselves into a corner. I just think there's nowhere for them to go with like the Pretty Derby series, so they have to start making new anime. They gotta go. I know there's that like Narita Bryan one and Sakura Laurel manga. That's like the obvious direction they can go, but I do feel like in terms of like making an anime for this series, the possibilities are kind of endless. So I do believe they're cooking. It's just I don't know whether they're cooking a movie or an anime. I hope it's an anime. I prefer an anime. Sweep Tosho! What? Track blazing my way to victory. Let's see if my luck is any good today. I am thinking about it, obviously, because, you know, rolls are some of my favorite stuff to do in this game. You know, I always say it, you know, you guys know me, I always say it. There's always a chance I could hit my Fuji Kiseki. Narita Bryan rerun is this month. I was thinking about maybe shooting my shot on that banner and testing my luck, but you know, the possibility is never zero for me to get, you know, potentially Narita Bryan today. Don't want to jinx nothing, but you know, that I'm not even really jinxing anything. It's just kind of the real reality of it, you know. The way the banners work, so we'll see what happens. Obviously, I do want Sweep Tosho, but you know, I always say it. Wouldn't be upset. Would not be upset with a Fuji Kiseki or a Narita Bryan since I have Taishin already. Ooh, can't get the Master Hammer. Can't get the Master Hand. You gotta beat Metal Mario without getting hit to fight Crazy Hand. That's a lie. That's not even true. I do not remember the requirements to unlock the crazy hand fight in Super Smash Bros. Melee. That's ball knowledge. That's ball knowledge I'm no longer privy to. It's been so long. You had to look that up on Game Facts. The streets don't know nothing about Game Facts, bro. I mean, honestly, I think Game Facts is still used to this day, but it's just not as prevalent as it used to be. You beat Alan Wake 2, kinda nice. I don't know. I was gonna say nice, but you know, you said kinda, so I'm gonna be like, that's nice, kinda. What do you mean, kinda? How do you kinda beat the single player game? Explain yourself, Smalls. You beat the game, but apparently didn't get the true ending. Get back to it then, buddy. Oh, sorry. I slept really bad last night. And it's because I had a crazy midday nap. It ruined me. It freaking ruined me. And get back to it, dude. Beat the real... I hope you have multiple save files. Everybody knows you do multiple save files. If you only have one save file, I'm sorry to say this. You might be a scrub. You might be a gaming scrub. Everybody knows you do multiple saves on all of the slots instead of just one save in one slot. Streets know that. You have to beat the whole game again on New Game Plus for that? That is unfortunate. What if wait, are you really strong on New Game Plus? Because it might be kind of fun. I like doing New Game Pluses where you're really strong and you just like freaking you just blast through everything because you're, you know, stupidly powerful. You have the most upgraded pistol or whatever, upgraded shotgun. I don't even know if Alan Wake 2 has weapon upgrades like that. I don't remember if the first game had weapon upgrades, did it? I think it just gave you better guns, not weapon upgrades. I don't remember. That's what I remember. I've only played Alan Wake 1. I haven't played actually I played American Nightmare, the DLC. But yeah, I don't have a lot of experience with 2. The Game Plus, you keep your weapons and upgrades. That 25-hour game will reduce down to like 10. Easily. There's no way the enemies are that strong. Unless they get stronger in New Game Plus, which if that's the case, that's kind of lame. I like New Game Pluses where you're like intentionally strong. Intentionally OP. Yeah, that 25-hour game will easily shorten down to 10. You could probably skip all the cutscenes too. That's the type of game where speedrunners play on New Game Plus for sure. So, 25-hour is not actually 25-hour. I mean, obviously, if you want to. I'm not trying to convince you to do it. I'm just kind of egging you on. But, you know, if you don't want to, then whatever. I do want to get that rainbow. Do you believe in magic? In a young song with the music do 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 do, and it's magic. Every time I sing that song, I think of the pyro from TF2. The streets know. The streets know. Meet the pyro video. The streets were waiting for the Meet the Pyro video for years. For years, dude. Finally came out. It was legendary. Cutscenes are really cool though and funny sometimes. I mean, you just played it, so you will remember which are the funny cutscenes, so you could just watch those, you know? That's how I see it. Sounds like you're fighting with yourself right now, though. I'm being only positive. I'm telling you to do it. Why not? Get that true ending. Don't look it up on a YouTube video, or look it up on a YouTube video if you want to. That's usually what I do. I'm not gonna. When I did Cyberpunk's DLC, I didn't play it. I didn't play it twice. I mean, I saved multiple times because you know, good gamer advice is to save multiple times on multiple slots. I'm just saying, not to beat a dead horse. Not to beat a dead horse in a Umamusume stream. Woo. But wait for it. But yeah, when I finished Cyberpunk's DLC, I was just like, yeah, show me the. I'll watch a YouTube video. I'm happy with the ending I got. I don't want to play anymore. And that wouldn't even take me. That wouldn't have even taken me that long to get the other ending. I would have just had to reload and play like 15 minutes. But like, usually when I get an ending, I'm good. Like, that's why with me in RPGs, I need to do everything I can possibly do in the game, or at least that I want to do before I finish the game. This is how I am in Fallout. I do not like playing Fallout any longer after getting the ending. I just don't. After I do my playthrough every once in a while, if I get the ending before I get like this cool weapon or something, I don't care anymore. Like I finished the game. I don't want to do anything. That's just how I get though. I know some people will still continue, but like for me, it's just like I want to use all of the cool stuff in the ending. Rather than like, you know, get all the cool stuff after the ending, which is a little redundant in my opinion. There's 2 DLCs for Alan Wake 2. You want to play the expansions though? Oh, excuse me. You damn near 100%ed Alan Wake 2 on your first go around? Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it's basically how I like to play games. I've always said I'm a 90% gamer, where it's like I won't do everything, because usually doing everything is a little tedious. There's always something that's really tedious. So for me, I don't want to do everything, but I'll do close to 100%. You know, aka 90%. So usually 90% of a video game is fun enough for me to do. It's what I did in It's what I did in Red Dead 2. Red Dead 2, the very first time I played, the only thing I didn't do was like collectibles. Like there's a side quest where you have to search for a bunch of bones, a bunch of fossils, and there's another side quest where they want you to collect a lot of plants, and I didn't want to do that. That's like on a too tedious level for me. But like hunting, I did a bunch of hunting because I thought that was fun, and yeah. I'm not truly a 90% gamer, but like, you know, I use that to describe like usually a rough estimate of how much of the game I'm willing to play. But getting those last few collectibles is honestly kind of tedious. The areas are kind of big and the your character moves so slow. Exactly. Like I wouldn't do that. I personally wouldn't do that because like I just don't think that's fun. Like I don't care about getting the big number to 100. I don't. What does that mean to somebody? It means nothing to me. I mean, it probably means a lot to some other people, but for me, it's like that's something that you have to personally care about, you know, as an individual. For me, as an individual, I'm just like, bro, I'm playing a single player game. I do not care if I get 100%. I really don't. No virtual achievement pop-up is gonna make me care about getting 100%. I did used to care though. When I was younger, I used to care a lot about getting. Actually, it's actually funny. I used to care more about getting achievements in multiplayer games than I did in single player games, and that's because old Xbox multiplayer games had achievements that you would specifically need to do online. Good example is Halo 3. Halo 3 had so many multiplayer achievements, so it was actually really fun to try and do those in that setting, but they obviously don't do that anymore or no one does that anymore because multiplayer is a little too volatile, so they definitely don't do that anymore. The only motivation for even doing that was the collectibles in Alan Wake 2 actually give you items and upgrades. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, that's a good motivation. Did I get all the bottles in Sly Cooper 1? I did. But that's because getting all the bottles in Sly Cooper 1 is built for you to specifically get all the bottles. My issue with a lot of games these days is like they make it really annoying, or they kind of almost expect you to use a guide to find everything. In Sly Cooper 1, the bottles are kind of put in spots where you should honestly be getting every bottle, every level. Obviously, like, they'll be a little tucked away, but they're not so tucked away that you can't find all of them. And that's kind of what I like about older games, is like older games had that little bit of like linear nature to them. And it was kind of up to you if you wanted to get all the bottles, you know? They kind of made it... They didn't make it too easy, but it wasn't too, like, extremely difficult either. Like, I'm gonna ask you straight up, how many times did you use, like, a guide or, like, a collectibles map to get all the stuff in Alan Wake 2? Probably more than a few times. Like, probably more than a few times, right? I wouldn't doubt it. Because that's what I feel like I have to do these days, man. I play Cyberpunk, and I'm like, alright, where's the cool weapons, dude? I want the uniques. Because that's what I really love that in video games. It started with Fallout 3. Anytime I play an open world RPG, I love getting all the unique weapons. I actually think it's really boring when an RPG doesn't have unique weapons. And what I mean by, like, unique weapons is, you know, named weapons. They, you know, they have special gimmicks that no other gun in the game has, or blah, blah, blah. Stuff like that, right? So for Cyberpunk, you know, I had to use... You know, you have to... God. It's like in such random locations, you just have to use a guide, or... You don't really have to. Obviously, you're not expected to find all of these things unless you're, like, super meticulous, but, like... You know, it's one thing I'm not like a fan of these days, is like they make it almost overly difficult to find everything. When you played Crash 4, you tried getting all the boxes every level at first. You gave up after the second world. I've never played Crash 4. Is Crash 4 not like the other games? Because isn't the original like those the original Crashes are linear games, you know? You just run through a level. Excuse me. You only used the guide towards the end, right before you did the endgame segments. A couple of the collectible puzzles have some goofy, obscure solutions. There's more than one puzzle that requires you to do literal algebra. Is it basic algebra though? Or is it like college algebra? That's the real question. Because if it's basic algebra, I mean, come on now. It's probably not basic algebra, right? That's like when they made you do Braille. They made people learn Braille in Pokemon. There's one puzzle in Pokemon where you have to learn Braille to get 3 legendary Pokemon. The Reggies. Reggie Ice, Reggie Rock, and Reggie Steel. And yeah, let's just say young kids, you know, single-digit ages were not learning Braille to frickin' get these Pokemon. They were definitely tuning up GameFAQs. GameFAQs was there to save them. And that's pretty much it, dude. What's up, Trickster? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? What bad statement did I just get? Night Owl. Oh my god. Do I have anything to cure Night Owl? Oh my god, I do not. I've become a Night Owl lately, which is not good. Dude, being a night owl is not good. I need to fix my sleep schedule. Last night I stayed up till. See, I don't want to say it in that sentence because it makes it sound like I like doing this. I don't like doing this. It's just sadly my body has adapted to it, which is not good. Last night I stayed up till like 3. Very bad, very bad. Obviously I'm still here, but God, it's awful. I gotta get out. I gotta get out of it. Back to the past, Samurai Jack. I think it's starting to affect my voice. I'm not even kidding. Do I sound raspy? In my head, I sound raspy. But then I'm gonna watch the playback and it's like, nah, you sound fine, dude. But then it's like, oh man, I sound kind of raspy right now. Night owls, you come in. Are you a bad luck charm, dude? Is that bad luck Trickster? With a name like Trickster, you might be hitting me with some bad luck right now. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. How can you? You've been here for so long. You've been here for so long, it can't be you. It might just be the air. Crash 4 is linear like the previous titles. It has themed worlds across different time periods too, like Crash 3. If you're gonna be honest, Crash 3 is the only game in the OG trilogy you played, but you did have Clash of the Titans on PlayStation 2. I never played the OG Crash trilogy. I have it on Steam actually, on the remakes or remasters. The only Crash game I ever played was Wrath of Cortex, which I hear the streets did not like very much, but as you know, I've never lived my life caring what the streets have to say, because I think that game is fire. I had a great personal experience with it, and honestly, that's all that matters. And I'm not saying that just for me egotistically. I'm saying that for you guys too. If you like a game and you just like it, you know, good childhood experience, just overall great personal experience, who the hell cares what the streets have to say? Bam, 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 bam. It's like me and Shenmue. I'll defend Shenmue to the day I die, but like I know that the streets, I know that the overall populace will be dissing Shenmue till the day they die. And it is what it is, man. It is what it is. And then when I tell them ball knowledge, actual factual ball knowledge, by the way, that Shenmue is the reason they have QTEs in God of War, and you know, and then they say, oh, I love QTEs. Well, you know what? Shenmue was the reason. The reason you can almost enter every build. Actually, you know what? Not true. Games these days, you can't even enter every building. That's still impossible to have in open world games. Just realized it. Oh yeah, I should watch the races. I actually should watch these races because we need to kill a lot of time before Sweep Tosho comes out. She comes out in exactly an hour and 30 minutes, so we need to really kill some time and just chit chat about anything and everything before I get to my gotcha. Gotcha gaming. I caught you gaming. I caught you gaming, gotcha gaming. Ooh, he's got bars. He's got bars. He's got bars. He's got a lot of bars. Good old G. Dude, I haven't seen some of these characters in the race. So, oh, Taichi's so small. She's standing next to giants, but you know what? Height don't matter. She's about to prove her freaking her strength right here. I haven't seen her race in so long. Hello there, roaming trend. What's up? First time chat, I think. Unless you're somebody who's recently changed their name or profile picture that I'm not aware of. Yeah, what's up? Trickster, do you have siblings named Swordmaster, Gunslinger, and Royal Guard? That's ball knowledge right there. Shout out to my boy Dante. Shout out to my boy Dante. That's right. She's the best. You're the best around, and nothing's gonna ever take you down. You're the best. And she's slain, by the way, with the white vans, with the puffy jacket, with the jeans. One of the best Uma fits in the entire game. Fire. Do you play DMC, Trickster? Did you even know what he was talking about when he said that, or was it just like, did it just fly over the head? Just DMC5. Oh, okay. I mean, yeah. Good enough. Good enough. Good enough. Most people have played DMC5. And if you haven't, highly... Oh, shoot. That's sad. If you haven't, highly recommend it. Great game. Great game. Worth the money. In my opinion, worth the money 2 times over. Well, that sucks. Little mood down. Little mood down, John. Getting me my practice poor. Ouch. Alright. Banana, 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 banana. Rayman coming back in the Big 26 is wild. Is it really though? Haven't we already seen between the lines that you know, the modern gaming industry doesn't really want to create any new IPs? I know it sounds depressing, but like, I mean, as long as the games are good, it's probably not a big deal. It's just like, I do sadly feel like there's a lack of creativity in games lately. You know, no, everybody's afraid to make a new... I mean, maybe for good reason. Honestly, maybe for good reason, because for some reason, every time a new anything comes out, for some reason, the gaming industry is like a bunch of hyenas, and they just try to kill it before it even gets started, bro. It's crazy. I don't know. Oh, what's up, Adius? It's been a while. What's up, man? How you been? How you been? I was starting to think Adius had finally gotten over me. I'm sorry. You missed my stream by 5 minutes on Tuesday? Yeah, it was just a short little Hades stream. I didn't know what I wanted to stream on Tuesday, so admittedly that stream was a little low energy, a little just like... What's the best word I can use to describe it? I guess like a nothing burger. I don't even know how to use that term properly, but... yeah, it wasn't really anything, so... That is unfortunate, though. Didn't even get a chance to say what's up. It's okay. Hello there this time. Man, I don't think Rayman coming back in the Big 26 is that wild, because it's just like... Yeah, I just think the trend lately is to revive old series and kind of, you know... I don't really love that that's the trend, but it is what it is, you know? If the game is good, the game is good, that's awesome. But, I just do wish I would see, like, you know, newer IPs. You know, we had crazy games back in the day, like Beyond Two... not Beyond Two Souls. What's that game called that everybody's been waiting for the sequel for, but they never do it? It's Beyond Shadows something? Beyond Two Shadows? It's like she's this investigator lady. She's this investigator lady, and it's like a she's gotta like fight against the regime. Oh my god, I forgot what it's called, but like I always thought this game was super cool, but I never played it. What the hell is this game called? It's a really, really old game that was on the Xbox original. I thought it was Beyond something something. It's not Beyond Two Souls. That's... it did have the word Beyond in it, though, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember. I mean, yeah, a remake of an old game isn't surprising. Beyond Good and Evil. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Beyond Good and Evil. There it is. Yeah, hold on. Let me pull up my browser. I just want to make sure I don't get doxxed somehow randomly. This game. This game right here. I always thought this game, like, just based on the cover, I wanted to play it because I thought it was, like, cool. I don't know, something about the art style was cool to me. And this game never got its sequel, and people have been waiting for the sequel. In fact, the sequel is in development hell, I think, right? I think that's what the streets are saying. The streets are saying the sequel is, like, basically never gonna come out. Except they're teasing that it's gonna come out, so... Anyways, point being is, you know, we used to have games like that, you know? We used to have just random... You know, that's how Sly Cooper got created. That's how Rayman got created. Who the hell was a... What the hell was a Rayman? People loved it, though, you know? People loved just, you know, Rabbids, TF2. You know, that's how we got some of the most creative IPs and most recognizable IPs of today. Is, you know, gaming developers and gaming companies just being more creative. Nowadays, there is no real creativity, it feels like, you know? We just go back to the vault, you know? We hit up the vault. Oh, there hasn't been a Rayman game in a long time. Let's make a new one. Or, you know, at some point they're gonna take out Sly Cooper from the vault. I hope. I actually would hope for that. I do want that. That'd be awesome. Because another thing is all the wacky IPs got erased for some reason. You know, like Jak and Daxter. Like, what happened to all the fun, whimsical IPs? If it's not somewhat realistic, you just can't make a video game anymore, I guess. Remember when God of War used to be goofy? And now it's like the most serious video game of all time. I remember when God of War was viewed as a really just goofy, over-the-top video game. And now it's... And I mean, you know, it has to evolve. I'm not saying it doesn't have to, but like... I'm just saying, like, a lot of the whimsy and goofiness of gaming is sort of rejected these days. Which is a little sad. Definitely agree with me, but then when a new IP gets announced, people try to tear it apart for no reason. Yeah, it's a bit of a strange conundrum, I guess. It's probably not the right word. Strange, like, reaction, I guess, that the game industry has. It's very... I can't put myself in their shoes. I mean, I try. Because, like, I want to try to understand, but I can't. I don't really... Oh my lord, holy moly, that was bad. The double mood down? Yikes. She was in that Captain Laserhawk show a couple years back, which is basically like an animated cyberpunk mishmash of various Ubisoft properties. I see. I don't have like a crazy attachment to Beyond Good and Evil, obviously because I didn't play it. But I was always interested in it. It always looked like a very fun, somewhat interesting video game. Oh shoot. Well, that's not good. We have a lot of status conditions. Sad Dad Simulator. Shouts out to Pragmata. Pragmata did great. That's a good example of like an IP that like it still has a bit of a serious aura to it, which is like one of the reasons why I guess I'm looking for something specific. I'm looking for like old school, you know, natured games where it's like not. It doesn't take itself so seriously, you know. Pragmata is a good new IP, but it's still like, I guess not really specifically what I'm looking for. I really just want whimsy back, you know. I really bring that whimsy back. All right, he's bringing whimsy back. Do, 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 do. Yeah, this is a bit awkward. I've never entered the first summer with bad mood. It's because whimsy and goofiness in gaming is immediately associated with stuff like Fortnite, which makes people write it off automatically. This is gonna sound a bit too introspective, or is introspective the right word? I think I always mix up retrospective and introspective. Hold on. Let me make sure I know what I'm saying before I say what I'm gonna say. Okay, it was neither of those words. This is gonna be a bit like... it's gonna be a bit on the, like, depressing side, I guess. But I do feel like just in general, the world has gotten more, like, negative. So gaming has chosen to reflect that and be more drama or be more... you know, more like negative energy to kind of match. And see, it's not like it's not specifically like games are depressing. It's just that they're more serious, I think. So like in order to match like the emotional state of the world, I guess. I'm not just talking about like within like the last year. I'm talking about within like the last 10 years of gaming. I just think overall the last 10 years of gaming have been less about silliness and more about being serious. It doesn't mean the games are bad. I'm just saying that, you know, the product has become more serious in time, which, you know, makes it so whimsy games just don't, you know, come about. It's kind of... whimsy stuff has kind of been relegated to like indie games. Which is why I do think indie games are making a resurgence, by the way. Not a resurgence, they've always been steadily growing, but like that's why I do think indie games are starting to become a little bit more popular these days, is because they're just fun, you know? They don't really have any like baggage associated with it in terms of like trying to be like a movie level story or whatever. It's just a very chill vibe playing an indie game. You just you know, you don't really think too much. It's just a video game for fun. I think AAA games have went on the route of like trying to be like movies and trying to like, you know, be very, very... It's like one thing when like movies would do that, but then when games do that, it's like all you consume is like, you know, sort of like super slow, dramatic, serious stuff, you know? I think we had a good balance back in the day where it was like you wanted to watch something super dramatic, you go to a movie theater, or you want to play just video games and have a lot of fun, you just play video games, you know? I feel like everything now is just like stupidly serious. I shouldn't use words like everything. I don't want to like all encompass it. I just mean like what's popular. Like what you see in the forefront of your what you see in the forefront when you like, you know, look up video games is usually like a serious video game, right? It's usually not something whimsical. It's, you know, some of the world's most favorite movies and TV shows these days are usually amongst the serious nature. You know, stuff like that. That's all I mean. I'm not, because you know, again, it's not to say that you can't find whimsical video games or whimsical movies or stuff like that. It's just like it's not what's popular, so it's not the first thing you see, you know. Remember when Rockstar was getting a little loose and creative with their releases? Things like LA Noire and Bully. Bully was awesome. Bully was, I still think Bully is one of Rockstar's greatest games to date. I'm going to play Bully at some point on the stream. It's going to be a banger playthrough. That's if it works on my computer, because the PC port of the game is certainly getting old. It is, we're due for a Bully remaster. I don't know if Rockstar would do it, though. I don't even need a remake, just a remaster. Just like a little re-release for modern systems, I'd be totally happy with that. Nothing more, nothing less. LA Noire wasn't exactly like a goofy game, though, you know? I think LA Noire was definitely like a creative IP, if that's what you're trying to get at, but like, definitely not like, definitely amongst like the serious nature of gaming, 100%. I think another problem too is a lot of gamers these days think they have a better understanding of the ins and outs of the game industry than they actually do. Yeah, I guess. I kind of get what you're trying to say, but I don't really think it should matter. I think, damn, dude, I'm hitting so many mood down events. This is this one's chalked. This one's definitely chalked for an S+. But I do hear what you're saying. It's just I do feel like developers and studios listen too much to the noise, when the noise honestly don't matter. Almost an hour. We have an hour left until I can roll on Sweep Tosho. If I'm gonna time this right, by the way. I'm gonna force it. I'm gonna start watching some races because we need to kill a lot of time. She comes out in 1 hour, and then it's gotcha frenzy, baby. They caught me. They caught you gaming. Gotcha gaming. Oh, that's my new bar for today, bro. But I'm not a rapper. But I'm not a freaking rapper. I'm beginning to feel like a rap god, rap god. All my people to the front and back nod, back nod. Speaking of rap gods, which has nothing to do with rap gods, this is just my funky segue. I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow. And I will be seeing you guys tomorrow. If you don't show up tomorrow, you know what? You're a square. Be there or be square. Detroit Become Human ends tomorrow. The finale part We are going the distance, no matter how long it takes. If I have to take a food break, I won't. I most likely won't. I think there's only 15 or 16 chapters in the game, and I counted the chapters, and I think I was on chapter 12 or 11. So there's most likely not much left of Detroit. Just letting you know. Detroit Become Human finishes tomorrow. Be there, be square. The oranges are round. Haven't you seen a cube compactor? Like a dumpster compactor? We can make a square orange. The technology is here. We can make a real square orange. So it leads them to make assumptions about games and companies that aren't really true. What do you mean? Give me like a good example, because I'm kind of having a hard time thinking of one. Trying to think though. Like what happened to Marathon? It leads them to make assumptions about certain games and companies that aren't really true. Kind of like what happened to Marathon, right? I feel like that's like... I feel like that's a good comparison, or a good example to what you're saying. But then again, I don't know exactly where I don't know exactly what you're thinking, so... Because to me, what you're saying is like, you know... A lot of people like when Marathon came. Marathon's a new IP, you know, since we're on the topic of new IPs and stuff. People instantly started jumping on Marathon's throat for pretty much no reason, because you know, it was challenging Arc Raiders, it was challenging Tarkov, but like, yeah. I don't know if that's exactly what you meant though. One second, sorry. One multiple seconds, because you know, killing time. Marathon didn't immediately come to mind for you, but you can apply that here too. Yeah, it's kind of where I'm trying to get at, but like I said, if you have like a better example, you know, please let it be known, because that's kind of where I'm trying. That's kind of where I'm going with it. I don't know where you were going with it, so that's why I'm trying to like get on the same page. Trying to get on the same page. This example may or may not land, but one you just thought of was skill-based damage in Call of Duty. Skill-based damage? Oh, you're saying like... Does this even have to do anything with like IPs anymore? And whimsy and goofiness? Are we just on a different topic? I mean, on that note, it's like... There was like a skill-based matchmaking thing that was happening a lot in multiplayer. You know, people were very... people just hated... I mean, over time, they lost the war. which I mean, I don't know whether you're on the side of them or not. I don't really have a horse. I don't really have a horse in this race. Playing Umamusume. Oh, very funny, very funny. But you know, skill-based matchmaking is just something that's like, it's, I don't know. I'm okay, so personally, I'm somebody who always wants to play and get better. And I know a consequence of getting better is I'm going to fight people who are better. That's kind of just how it works. I get it though, Call of Duty is just like a casual game and the nature of it has always been casual. So I understand why people don't want stuff like that, but like, I don't know. It's like, that's almost like ego boosting, and I kind of don't like that because like it kind of puts you in like a, this is gonna be the most nerdiest reference of all time, but it kind of puts you in like a fake world, like a genjutsu from Naruto. It puts you in the infinite Tsukuyomi, and it's like you're in a world where you're always winning, which is like, no man. For you to always win, you have to be actually good enough to always win. You're not just gifted the win just because you got lucky and you got a noob lobby. Like, I think that's so silly. But again, I'm competitive. And like, you know, I know a side effect of being competitive is like, I'm going to lose at some point. I'm gonna run into people who are better than me, and if I don't try to be better than them or get better or improve to be better than them, then I'm just always gonna lose, you know. So it's like, for me, skill-based matchmaking doesn't matter because like, you know, that's my personality though. My personality makes it so I don't care about skill-based matchmaking. But like, I kind of get it for casuals, you know, they just, it's just, I wonder how casual these casual people think they really are, you know? Because like, if you want the noob lobby and you want to stomp on the noobs, doesn't that mean at some point, are you really casual? Like, aren't the people that you're stomping more casual than you are? So like, it's such a weird conversation. I've never really understood the mindset of like people who I've never really understood the mindset of people who don't like, or who are really adamant against skill-based matchmaking, because at some point it's just like, you think the noobs want to be stomped on by you who are like just slightly better than them, so you're owning them? Like, no. No, they don't. At some point, you know, at some point, you know, you're the one ruining their experience rather than your experience being ruined. You know, it's not, and that's the problem with the skill-based matchmaking conversation. I always feel like it's a perspective-based conversation, meaning it depends on who's the one. It depends on the skill level of the one who's complaining, right? If the one who's complaining is bad, then it's like, why you obviously would want it, because why wouldn't you want to play with, you know, people who are bad like you? Like, you know, you don't want to get owned the whole time. But then the people who are good don't want it because they just want to own noobs, I feel like. So it's like, it's a little weird. It's always been such a, there's really, like, I don't really get it. I don't really get why the discourse even exists. It's too weird how only COD ever comes under fire for SBMM, because the reality of it is that in every PvP multiplayer game that's even a little bit competitive, it has skill-based matchmaking in it. Yeah, that is the truth. Again, that's why, like me, you know, I play multiplayer games. The first PC game I ever played was a multiplayer game, TF2. You know, TF2 didn't have skill-based matchmaking, but like I was still getting owned by people who were better than me, and like I didn't complain. I would just be like, God damn, this guy's so good, and then I'd just, you know, I'd lose and I'd play another match. It's really not that big of a deal. That kind of goes back, that kind of like circles back a little bit to like how I feel like, also, thank you for the clown emojis, Adius, sorry. Didn't want to not call that out. By the way, guys, Adius is here. Please turn on live chat. Live chat, I'll always turn on your live chat for YouTube. Never not have live chat. Anyways, where was I? Where was I? I lost my train of thought. I lost my train of thought because the next thing I read was Small's message about engagement optimized matchmaking. What is that? My shadow prison. Dude, he's stuck in the TV like Yugi's grandpa. Now that's ball knowledge. Yugi's grandpa, dude. I was about to say rest in peace, but he saved him. That is a little bit of a spoiler for Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm sorry. Am I sorry? A little bit. A little bit. A modicum amount of sorry. Yeah, what's engagement optimized matchmaking? What is that? I've been playing Marvel a little bit. A little on and off lately. I mentioned that I've been playing Counter-Strike, but like if sometimes if we don't have like a full Counter-Strike squad, end up jumping on some Marvel and having a decent time. So I have been playing a little bit of Marvel, so I am a little interested in what you're saying. What is that? EOMM is basically the Marvel Rivals community's version of the skill-based matchmaking or skill-based damage conspiracy. Just, I'm assuming skill-based damage is like if you do a lot of damage in a game, it's gonna pair you up with people who do just as much damage with you. AKA, it's like, you know, it's gonna pair you with better people, right? Is that what you're saying? Sorry, I'm waiting for Smalls is probably typing right now. I'm waiting for him to give me my clarification. Because I didn't hear, I don't know anything about this EOMM. But like I said, usually this stuff doesn't bother me. It's like, you know, if somebody's good, who cares? He's good. Like, I just need to be better. It's not like I'm expecting to get, you know, as good as certain players, or as good as like the player who's better than me within one match, you know? Within that match, they probably have my number, but it's just a learning experience for me. Skill-based damage theory was even dumber than that. COD players were always saying that the game was literally nerfing their guns' damage mid-match for performing too well. Oh. Okay, I didn't know that's what you meant by skill-based damage. Nerfing their damage. It was probably more like network errors, not like nerfing their damage. COD's always had that problem though. Like even back when I was playing COD religiously as like a kid in middle school, particularly Modern Warfare 2, like COD has always had like I know what they are now because, you know, I'm more knowledgeable, but like at the time I would just like accept it, like, okay, my gun didn't kill this guy right here, that sucked. I was like 1 kill off from a nuke, but whatever, bro. And then I would, you know, I would be upset, and then I would complain about it, and then I would just respawn and try again. Wait, did I just mess up? Oh no, I didn't. Okay. Anyways, it's probably just network issues, like server not registering the bullets or stuff like that, rather than it actually being, you know, nerfing the gun's damage. By the way, you finally found a game you can't run on max settings. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Really? How realistic is that video game? You have the GOAT PC compared to mine. My PC is starting to show its age. It doesn't feel like it's showing its age though, but like I know I'm about to try and play, like, I don't know what new game is coming out that I'm interested in. Metal Gear is new, but it's not really new. It's gonna look like a PlayStation 3 game because it is a PlayStation 3 game. So, dude, is there even any new games I want to play? I guess I wanted to play Subnautica 2, but then Subnautica 2 isn't even finished, so I decided not to get it because it's in early access. Yuck. You guys know how I feel about early access early access single player games, particularly. Ugh. Subnautica 2, I will wait for you to be a finished product. So many games coming out in September as to not compete with GTA. Is GTA coming out this year? I actually forgot about that. Oh, that's why I forgot about GTA, because it's not coming out on PC. That's right. I don't even care. I actually don't even care. Dude, that's such a big issue with me, is like I'm a PC gamer, dude. I don't have any consoles, so it's like I don't really even care about GTA. Which, by the way, I'm just gonna say this right now. It's probably better for me. I don't want to be always business minded, but you know, I am a creator on the internet, so I know how to work around these things. It's actually better for me to not play GTA on release, because I'm no big name streamer. So, you know, it's actually better that I wait a year for GTA 6 to come out on PC, and then all of you have already played it, so you will actually watch me play it, because you've already, you know, gotten your playthrough out of the way, and all I have to do is just avoid the really obnoxious spoiler people. If they even drop a single spoiler in chat, we just hit them with a big old timeout, and then we just have a great time, because you guys know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen. You guys get to just watch my reaction to whatever you know is gonna happen, and it's gonna be cool. It's actually just better for me to not even worry about GTA right now. A lot of people don't realize that, by the way. But, no, okay. Take back those words. Take back those words. I think a lot of creators do realize it. It's just you have to balance wanting to play it for your own personal enjoyment and the stream's enjoyment, you know? But it's actually like just overall a net negative for streamers to play a game on release, because most people will be playing it themselves as well. So it's like they don't really want to watch people play it. They want to, you know, they want to play it themselves. Hey, hope you're doing well. Finally get to catch a live stream. The corporate grind has been rough. Oh no. Oh no. I got muffins in jail. I got muffins in figurative adult jail. Nah, I hope I know you said it's been rough, but I hope it hasn't been that rough, you know. I hope it's been relatively chill, but hello. I'm glad you're able to catch the stream. We haven't rolled for Sweep Tosho yet. She comes out in 30 minutes, so you haven't missed much. We've just been chit-chatting, hanging out. I'm getting second multiple times in a row here. I will do one more attempt. If she gets second, it is what it is. That's what I'm talking about. The skill-based damage nonsense can be very easily explained. But EOMM is basically the theory that the matchmaking algorithm is made in a way that prioritizes giving players big win streaks and then balancing it out with an equally big loss streak. Okay, kind of playing with like the not euphoria, the dopamine of like winning, and then you it's sort of like the hormonal emotions of gambling. You just win so big, and then you lose so low. Then you win so big, and then you lose so low. But like not gambling. It's sort of. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know about all that. I feel like that's just like. I feel like that's just not, you know, real. Sort of, but that's definitely cope, right? A lot of people will cope. A lot of people will cope instead of saying that, you know, they messed up or like they're not good. They'll just be like, oh, this freaking video game is screwing me over. There's so many games coming out in September. What games? I know I already read that, but like, what's coming out in September? You tell me what you're excited for, because I don't even have a list of anything this year. I feel like this year is really slow in terms of new releases. At least new releases that have interested me. I don't think I've played anything new for the year of 2026, have I? Oh, Resident Evil. I did play Resident Evil. That was one of the new games I did play, but like aside from that, have I even streamed anything new? Even off stream, I haven't been playing anything new. I've been playing like whatever Steam stuff I have in my library that I haven't played yet, and you know, recently I've been getting back into Counter-Strike, which is, you know, ancient of a video game. Freaking video game for the oldies like me. So it's like, I don't think I've played anything really new. It's just been a very chill, well, chill's maybe not the right word, but very mediocre 2026 for me in terms of new games, I guess. Aside from Resident Evil. You're excited for Splatoon Raiders? What's up, Cherry? Splatoon Raiders? I don't really play a lot of Switch games, so I've never really tried Splatoon. Splatoon! Yeah, the skill-based damage nonsense can be very easily explained by network issues. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Plus, literally every other streamer will be playing it, so that may set you apart and draw more people in. No, it's literally the truth. Like, for Resident Evil, I remember, for Resident Evil, you didn't join the stream, Adius. Great example is you yourself did not join the Resident Evil stream because I played it so close to its release, and you know, you were playing it at the same time. And again, that's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. That's just how it works, you know. People don't want to watch people. Some people don't want to watch people play the game. You know, they want to play the game themselves. So Yeah, I'm just not even concerned with GTA 6. Just because it's, for one, it's not coming out on PC, and two, you know, it's honestly better for me as a, you know, again, I don't want to be business minded all the time, but I am a creator, so I do have that knowledge, but it is just better for me to not worry about GTA 6 and just wait for it to come out on PC after a year. All of you guys have played it. You guys won't spoil it, and if you do, you know, you'll get the boot. We might put you out in the rain for like a few minutes, maybe hours. It's fine. And then you know, and then people just get to enjoy the reactions of me playing the game, because they're gonna be like, "Oh, I know what's coming, but he doesn't know what's coming." Ooh. What is he gonna do? What's his reaction to this cool moment? Ooh. People love that. People love that, dude. I make it sound so silly, but like that's the truth. Is people love watching that. That's why you didn't watch the Resident Evil 9 stream? Yeah. Yeah, the smart play is, if you're not like big timer, there's only like a handful of people in the world that could probably stream that could probably stream GTA 6 on release and like do decent. But yeah, if you're not a big timer, it's actually not in your favor to stream GTA 6 on release. It's probably like one of the worst ideas imaginable, just on a business perspective. But obviously, again, people, you know, you have to ask yourself, you know, I want to personally play GTA 6, you know, and I might as well stream it. So that's what goes through people's minds too, you know. It's not just about like the viewer numbers. For me, I don't own a console anyways, so it you know, I have no temptation. I have zero temptation. It doesn't matter. Wooly? Woomy? Who's Woomy? What's Woomy? Off the top of your head, Onimusha is coming out? Onimusha? What's Onimusha? Onimusha. Onimusha Way of the Sword? Is this a Souls-like? Sorry, all of these games give me Souls-like vibes. I'm sensing a Souls-like vibe from this game. Splatoon words? Oh, Splatoon words. Capcom again? Is Capcom cooking? Is Capcom cooking with new IPs? Pragmata into Onimusha in the same year? Oh yeah, there we go. That's a new IP that's a new video game that I would have liked to play this year. Pragmata. Oh yeah, wait, hold on. Now that everybody's done playing Pragmata, I'm just saying. It might be my time. It might be my time. That's one of the reasons why I didn't play it instantly. Might be a Pragmata stream later in the year. That would be perfect. That would be excellent. I dare say. You're waiting for the Silksong DLC? Hollow Knight. I have the OG Hollow Knight. I haven't played it though. Definitely considering it at some point for sure. Hold on. Let me get a few skills. Let me get a few Skittles. My favorite candy, sour Skittles. Shouts out to my sour candy fans out there. There's this one sour candy I like. They're like sour straws. I forget what they're called. Sour. Straw, like that's not the actual name. Sour punch straws. Very bad for my teeth, but delicious for my taste buds. I actually can't eat like lime. I can't, well, not lime. I can't eat like really lime, heavily acidic chips anymore because they just tingle my teeth too much. Dude, that's like Cavity Central. The dentist is about to get a fat check from me, bro. I gotta watch it. I gotta watch myself. I did have a pack of sour Skittles yesterday, though. I went to the supermarket for 2 reasons. Needed some chips. So, you know, shopping. And then went to go hit up the Pokemon vending machine, which there was nothing available. My friend has been getting really into Pokemon cards, so he's been asking me to he's been asking me to check out Pokemon vending machines to see if I can get him some packs. You are now downloading the Onimusha demo. You played the demo for Onimusha, it doesn't play like a Souls-like? You don't think it's a Souls-like, it's a legacy series from Capcom? Hell yeah, man. Is that hell yeah to sour straws? Hell yeah, dude. Wait, do I have Muffin? I don't have a freaking Muffin, man. Are you kidding me? You've given up on Pokemon cards? Yeah, I've never really been into cards. I'm still not into cards. Like, my friend got into it, and like, by association, you know, I grabbed like a few packs from the vending machine, and I was like, you know, testing my luck, see if I get a God pack. But overall, I'm not like obsessed with them. Obsessed is the wrong word. I'm still not really interested. Like, I dipped my toes and I you know, learned a lot about it, but overall I'm still just not totally about it. But my friend is interested, and you know, I know how hard it is now to get these things, so it's like, you know, I'm just trying to help him out, see if I can get him like a booster box or an ETB Elite Trainer box, for those of you that don't know. I hate when people say acronyms and they just expect people to know. For those of you that don't know, ETB is like the Elite Trainer box. It's this big box, and it comes with like a bunch of goodies inside, and like, I think it's 9 packs. At MSRP, it's $60, but you know, in Pokemon or in all card-based markets, they inflate them because, you know, scalpers. So like the ETB boxes are basically, most of them are sold for like $150 when the retail price of them is only $60. So that's what's cool about the vending machines, is the vending machines are the official way to get these things. So they're sold at MSRP, but unfortunately the vending machines are they're camped a lot and blah blah blah, stuff like that. So it's a very volatile business, basically. I don't camp the vending machine. I just click it real quick, and if nothing's there, then I leave. I did do it once. I'm not a saint, though. I did do it once. Camp is like maybe too aggressive of a word, but no one else was there. I waited. I was respectful. Somebody else showed up. Me and him had an actual nice conversation. It was sick. He taught me a lot about Pokemon cards. And he actually taught me a lot about the social. It's actually funny. There's like so I actually have 2 vending machines near me. I'm obviously not gonna tell you super big details because you know, I don't want to somehow dox myself. But Basically, these vending machines are in markets. So, you know, Albertsons, Food for Less, various Kroger affiliated supermarkets. Because they're partnered with Kroger, whatever. Anyways, he was basically telling me like Albertsons gang don't mess with Food for Less gang because so he gave me all the info. I was like, dude, it was serious, bro. It was like gang wars, but for Pokemon cards. Oh my god, I laughed about it after the fact. Obviously, I wasn't gonna laugh. I wasn't like, well, god, it was just so silly to hear. So it was funny, but it was serious business, bro. It was serious business. It's really sweet of me to do for my friend. You know, I try. I haven't got him too much stuff. I only really got him like one big thing that he wanted recently. So, and you know, it's not just like you know, he pays me back what I pay for it, you know, because you know, at least if he's giving, the way we look at it is like, you know, at least he's not giving like a random person the money or like a scalper the money, right? And obviously I'm not asking like scalper prices for it. It's basically just MSRP, and then he gives me like whatever, like an extra $10 just to make it just like a finder's fee. Didn't know Pokemon vending machines were a thing. Sounds cool. They might not be a thing for too long, Muffins. The problem with the vending machines is, like I mentioned, people loiter at them. You're actually not allowed to, but, you know. You're not allowed to, but, you know. People will loiter at them, and they'll, there's been, like, horror stories, basically, of people, like, fighting at them, and not to be too morbid, but sadly, the reality is some people even get, like, shot at these things. Because, you know, it is a business of money, and people are very, very, you know, they're going to try and get money however they can, and they view Pokemon cards as an easy solution, so there is levels of violence that happens at these vending machines, so the Pokemon Company is kind of like thinking about retracting the vending machines. So it depends. Obviously, if nothing happens at certain vending machines, they won't, but I'm fortunate enough to not be in that situation, but that's why I'm scared to stay at the vending machines, because, like, dude, I do not want to run into a violent Pokemon scalper. That is not how I want to live my life. Honestly, I only go check the vending machines when I'm actually there to go get groceries. Seriously. I do not actually go there for the cards themselves alone. I just go. I went to go get chips, literally. I'm not kidding. I went to go get chips. I got my hot Cheetos. I am a hot Cheetos guy. It's not good for me, I know. But it's an old school, it's stuck in my taste buds since I was a young chap. I got my hot Cheetos. The vending machine's right next to the exit. Do a little tap. Nothing's there. All good. All good. All good. Random mini tangent. As a gamer, there are few worse feelings than getting into a multiplayer game that you think is really cool, and then it turns out to be either super niche or just canceled. I guess. I think I'm like, I've never been much of a niche gamer. Yeah, now that I think about it, I like to play multiplayer games that that's why I wait. That's why I wait. You know how I waited with Marathon? I know I eventually didn't end up buying Marathon, but for a lot of the reasons why I do wait is because I want to play multiplayer games that are fairly active, you know? So it's like, I tend to avoid playing, like, you know, niche multiplayer games, I guess. I have a whistle. I have 3. Nice. Lawbreakers and Mirage Arcane may be on, but to you they're not forgotten. That's the good thing about the Hololive TCG. It's niche, so scalpers don't really bother. Hopefully, you know, everything. People didn't really think much about Pokemon cards at first. You know, it's only been really recently that things have been getting crazy with them. So hopefully, Hololive doesn't get to that point. I heard Yu-Gi-Oh! I heard Yu-Gi-Oh's never gotten to that point, which is really interesting to me because I love Yu-Gi-Oh, but I'm biased, so no love for my boy Yu-Gi, huh? I guess it's not. I guess it's not your move anymore. It's over. '30th anniversary set is going to get somebody. Whoa! All right, chill. I mean, yeah, I know it's. Nah, I don't want to bet on that. I want to bet against that. I would prefer that not to happen, please. That would be not good to hear. That would be very sad. Let's not have that happen, shall we? Honestly surprised these vendor locations don't just spare like one employee to monitor the vending machine areas. Like surely all these Pokemon card scuffles are bad for business, right? Well, that's exactly why I said the vending machines might not be a thing anymore. So it's up to the manager, or I don't know the details obviously, but people have been saying that like if stuff happens at a certain vending machine, that specific supermarket, wherever it's located, is, you know, it's up to them to decide if they want to remove theirs or, you know, either remove it or, you know, maybe put security there. You know, it's up to their discretion. So some supermarkets do have security right next to it. I've seen it. Others have like, you know, others just get rid of it completely. So it's like, you know, it's dependent on the situation, on whatever the store wants to do. Man, I hope that doesn't happen. I don't want that to happen. I would not want to bet on that. Just off of the pure basis that I don't want that to happen. I don't even care about winning the bet. No bet. No, I know what you're saying, Cherry, by the way. I know it sounds like I'm taking you super seriously, but I know what you're saying. But yeah, I don't want that to happen. That would be very sad to see. And I know it's definitely a possibility. Nothing's 0%. You know, I live by that. I live by that mantra. Nothing's 0%. That means both positive and negative. Nothing's 0%. But I tend to like to live more positively, so yeah, let's hope that doesn't happen. You didn't realize how crazy it was out there for cards? I mean, it's mostly it's not really, it's sadly not even for the cards, it's more for the scalping, you know, the sealed product. Because the sad reality is like the vending machine plops out a box. So there's these boxes, they're called booster bundles. The booster bundles are $30, right? But on the market, so the, you know, eBay, you know, peer-to-peer market, you buy it from a vending machine for $30, and on the peer-to-peer market, it's $80. So basically, you instantly buy this thing, this booster bundle from the vending machine, and you've instantly almost tripled your profit. So that's why people are so desperate for these things, because they view it as a side hustle. They view it as like, you know, a money-making scheme. And that's why the problems happen, is because when money starts to get involved, it becomes very dangerous. It's, you know, a very dangerous thing. It's a sad reality of it, but yeah, that's why people, you know, people get very hurt over these things, and that's why I try my best not to be at the vending machine for very long. If somebody's there, I'm not really interested in having a conversation, I'm gonna leave. Some of these people are brave, bro. I see these people on Reddit take pictures of the scalpers and like call them out for scalping. And I'm just like, you're brave. Because I don't want to get into a fight. Honestly, just off of the pure basis that I just don't need that in my life. Like, I don't need the conflict. Like, I'm good, man. I get it, you know? They're trying to be very justice and, you know, heroic. Honestly, for me, I would just call... There's a support number, actually, on the vending machine. The vending machine has a support number on the top, and you would call it if, like, somebody's being a nuisance, or if the vending machine is, like, broken, or blah, 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 stuff like that. You know, I'd probably just call the support number, but even then, it's just, like... It's such a, like, tough scenario. I wish this scenario didn't even exist in the first place, but yeah. Again, that's why I try not to get too involved. It's very like a hands-off thing for me. Like, you know, I'm not hitting up the vending machine every day. It's literally only when I randomly decide to go get something from the store. You know, I have more reason to go besides the cards type thing. 30th set is reporting OG Charizard again. Yeah, I saw that. But like, isn't it? It's not the original though. So like, isn't there some kind of thing there where it's like, it's not the original OG Charizard, so it's like, it's not the same? That's how it is to me. Isn't the whole point like, isn't the whole point people want like the real OG, or I don't know? Or is there just too much Charizard hype? And everybody wants a frickin' Charizard. You think Artifact would have been successful if it had come out now? Artifact? You mean like the Hearthstone clone that Valve tried to make? What do you mean? I get why you're saying it. It's because it's a card game, but like it's a virtual card game, so I don't feel like it would have any. I don't feel like. I think you can. I think honestly, you can just look at the landscape of the gaming industry and you can figure that out for yourself. No. I feel like there is no virtual card game that's popular anymore. Like Hearthstone was like the only one that was popular. Oh, Shadowverse is relatively popular, but like. I don't know. I don't feel like virtual card games do too well these days anymore. Having to pay 40 plus for gas now when it used to just be barely 20 is killing you. It is what it is. It is what it is. Speaking of which, guys, for those of you that are not up to date, as you know, I do post a stream schedule every Monday. I always, you know, I feel like it's not always exactly known, but that's not the point. The point is, Detroit Become Human ends tomorrow. Be there or be square. And you know what? Sometimes I'm nice about it, where I'm like, yeah, you know, you could be there or not be there. It is what it is. Maybe you're busy. You don't want to be a frickin' square. All right. That's the finale of Detroit. It ends tomorrow no matter what. No matter what, I'm doing the long stream if it has to come to it. It's probably not going to, though, because I found out there's 16 chapters. I think I'm on chapter 11 or 12. So you know what? We're almost there. It's being done tomorrow. You're gonna want to be there. I've been loving the Detroit stream. because you guys know me. I love my story making decision games. I get immersed. The drama is there. That's the only drama I want to be involved in, okay? When it comes to Connor and Hank being best buds or hating each other's guts, when it comes to the Robo Revolution that we're trying to form in terms of peace, that's the only drama I want to be involved in right there. So you're gonna want to be there. If you can't make it, it is what it is. I'm sorry, but you know it is finishing tomorrow. So please, if you can, I highly recommend tune in, be there. But you know, it is what it is. If you can't, see, I ended up being a nice guy at the end, anyways. I couldn't be that guy. I'm just not that guy. I actually killed 2 hours on one career. That is the power of the yap right there. They call me the yappiest Senjo out of all 47. Aren't the Pokemon TCG game and Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel doing pretty well for themselves? You're not very tapped into that community. I mean, I'm not either. I don't play virtual card games. The only virtual card game I played was Hearthstone. And that was like a long time ago. That was when Hearthstone was like at its peak and pretty much anybody was playing Hearthstone. Like, I think that was like the peak you know, the biggest game at the time was Hearthstone. Like, even people who were playing like CSGO, when they were waiting in queue in like FPL, they boot up Hearthstone on the side, type of thing. It was that kind of big. I'm not really too sure, Smalls. I'm not really indulged with that. I'm not really part of any gaming community. Like, the only gaming community I have any vested interest in is like FPS. Everything else, I'm sort of just like a tourist, and I don't mind. I don't mind admitting that I'm a tourist. Like with these card, like with this card stuff with Pokemon, I'm a tourist. I'm hell yeah, I'm a tourist. But like, everybody starts off as a tourist, you know. I don't really use it as an insult. I kind of just admit that that's like the reality of things. Is like, a lot of times people are just like kind of interested and not like fully really interested. So that's how it is. I'm not interested enough in cards to play virtual card games. Wait. No, I want to race. Power weights. Can't wait for the continuation. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Detroit is gonna be sick. I think I'm gonna play. I think I want to play Walking Dead afterwards. I think I want to make it a little bit of a. I think I want to make it a little bit of a habit for at least for the foreseeable future to play some story-based games or story-based decision-making games. We'll see. I'm still thinking about it. I do want to, but I am still like bouncing around ideas in the old noggin. Friday's perfect for a long stream, or whoa, Friday's perfect for a long stream. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, it is. You know, if you can dedicate the time to learn TCG, you already have a goal to learn Dota 2 in your free time, and maybe Predecessor, another MOBA. Isn't Predecessor supposed to be similar to Smite? Or wasn't it Paragon? Paragon? It's similar to Paragon. I mean, I don't even play the trading card games, Moles. On another note, I don't even play the game itself. I just collect the cards. It's sort of like how Counter-Strike, there's like two different types of Counter-Strike people. There's Counter-Strike people who actually play the game, and there's Counter-Strike people who are just invested or interested in skins. I'm like the skins people, but for cards. I actually don't understand how to play the trading card game at all. And I probably won't. Because I rather play the video game Pokemon. Which I'm eagerly waiting for, by the way. I'm waiting for Pokemon Champions to switch up its meta. I don't know why they decided to do 2 seasons of the same set in Pokemon Champions, but it is what it is. I'm kind of just waiting for the meta shift, and then I'm gonna play Pokemon Champions again. It's gonna be sick. Well, I mean, you guys won't see me play, but I'm gonna play it off stream, and I'm gonna have a good time. It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be sick. Any Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadron enjoyer? Oh man. Oh man. I like that game. I played the beta. But the problem is I haven't had any interest to play the full release, which is not a good sign. Smalls, I feel like this happens to you a lot. I feel like you get into these games and it's like, I don't want to break your heart, bud, but I have a strange feeling that game might not be on its legs for much longer. She's out? Yeah, I know she's out. We're finishing the career. We're finishing the career first. We're already almost done. Gekishin Squadra, huh? Have you been playing that? Is it like popping? Oh! I forgot to use my gold hammer. I'm gonna scream. I forgot to use my gold hammer. Pissed! Damn it. Oh my god. Terrible. Krillin was my guy. Krillin was my guy, bro. I mean, I've always liked Krillin as a character, but I'm a Trunks guy. Trunks is my dog. Dash my dog. I always thought Trunks was the coolest. He has the best one-liners too. When Vegeta's about to open the android's case, I forget what he says, but one line he says has always stuck with me. The nightmare is over, Cell. I don't know why. When he kills Cell and in the future, that I say that in my poll videos. If you guys have heard me say that multiple times and you're like, what the hell is this guy saying? That's the reference. It comes from Dragon Ball, it comes from Trunks. Trunks is my dude. Because the nightmare is over, dude. The nightmare is over, Cell. When I get hold on, listen to me. When I get not Sweep Tosho, when I get Fuji and Narita Bryan today, the nightmare is over, Cell. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. I mean, obviously Sweep Tosho would be sick too, but you guys know. You guys already know who I'm aiming for. You understand. You understand. Spoilers, man. Damn it. I'm sorry. Well, I could just be like those. I could just be like everybody else who would say that. I could be like everybody else who would react to you saying spoilers, and I would just be like, dude, Dragon Ball's been out for years. I might say that. I kind of want to say that. I'm sorry. All right, come on. All right, you weren't thinking about watching Dragon Ball anyways. Look, if you hadn't started it, you weren't gonna watch it anyways. That's the truth. My bad. My bad. I have to ban myself? Alright, man, you said it. Was that a minute? Was that a minute or no? Was that 30 seconds? I can only get timed out for 30 seconds. That's unique to me. You remember his shining slash move was huge, right? Yeah, no, his shining, or if you're talking about the game, I don't remember. But I mean, when he does that in the show, that's fire. That's my guy. When he starts, the joke is when he starts doing gang signs with burning attack. When he starts doing all his finger movement, bro. His arm movement and his finger movement. Trunks is the best. Trunks is the best. He's always been my favorite character. Not so much in Super, but Dragon Ball Z Trunks. Oh my god. Coolest guy of all time. Coolest guy of all time. Love that guy. Trunks has been my favorite since Budokai Tenkaichi 2 when he was on the cover. All right, S+? S+ for the road? S+ for the frickin' road, baby. Thank you. Oh, nice. My best character in Track Blazer so far. Now that's a good sign. Alrighty. I hope you prepared your snacks. I hope you prepared mentally. I hope you prepared physically. Because you know what time it is. You know what time it is. You already know. Oh! Get up and stretch. That's what I just did. That's what I just did. You already know that I'm here to roll for a character. In particular, the character today is Sweep Tosho. I didn't even have to reset my game. But you know what? We should... No, I'm not going to do that. Never mind. I changed my mind. Actually, wait. Hold on. Does this work? This should work, right? You already know we're here for Sweep Tosho. You already know. Cards get out of my face. But let me give you a little bit of the lore. Sweep Tosho, character not really featured in the animes, which, you know, you might know that I like those particularly more than the video game. Umamusume anime is something that I quite enjoy. It's very emotional, gets me sad. It's about trying your best, and you know, I like shows like that. Naruto makes me cry every time I watch certain scenes. That's just the kind of guy I am. But in particular, the reason why I want Sweep Tosho is because this card, I know, crazy. I hate cards. But this card has helped me since the beginning of the game. And you know what I'm talking about. Because it might have helped you too. The Sweep Tosho SR. Always ran this. I've been running this. I still run this to this day. Because it's just a good card. And ever since then, I've been eagerly waiting for the release of the official Sweep Tosho, which she is finally here. But you know, there's always some other Umas that could be obtained because that's just how it works. And you know me, I would like to get myself a Fuji Kiseki. I'd like to get myself a Narita Bryan. Or realistically, I would like to get anybody on this list that is not a costume. That would be kind of sweet. Because you know my goal is to get every single Uma. Do I roll on every single banner? No. But you know what? There's always a chance I get like 10 rainbows. It's not 0. It's really damn close to 0. But you know what if I get 10 rainbows today? What if? No, just what if? Just what if? Just what if? All right. Alrighty. Let's get ready for business. Let's get ready for business. I will be going to probably about, I'm going to say about 80 pulls. Or that's all I'm willing to do. All I'm willing to do is about 80 pulls. I don't want to burn all my carrots. And you guys know we never roll with pity. Never. Never. We never roll with pity. Because that just makes it not fun. Do you want to watch me roll when it's guaranteed? Or do you want to watch me roll when the dice can roll any outcome? I would dare say it's more enjoyable to watch when the outcome is not predetermined. Just like right now. Rainbow time. Oh my god. I saw it load slowly. Oh my god. I saw it load slowly. Oh. Oh shoot. Oh. Here we go. We got it. Oh. Oh my god, have I been saving for just this banner? You do not watch these streams a lot, do you? Okay. Alright, well that's a go. That's a rainbow. Fuji, 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 Fuji. Oh my god. Is that? Who is that? Oh! Money, 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 money. Dollar, dollar. Oh my god. One more? One more for the road. One more for the road. One more for the road doesn't hurt anybody. Oh, shoot. Oh, well, that's a little anticlimactic. You'll give me 100 supers if I pull 10 rainbows? Now I can continue saving? You do not know the business around here. I do this for the love of the game. And the love of the game for me is gacha. They don't call it a video game. They call it a gacha game. Alright, give me a Fuji or a Narita, please. Also, long shot star don't mean a goddamn thing. Watch this watch this. Watch this transformation right here. Okay. Well, you know what? That was the lowest roll possible. Kakeguri Masho. First timer, actually. No, I do gacha because I like doing the gacha. I don't want to save. And no, I was not saving for this banner. 20,000 is not even really that much. I mean, it is a lot, but like, I I pull on banners where I want to get the main... I pull on banners where I want to get the base character, but I also want to get, like, other people. I feel like you just tuned in and you missed my entire intro, but it's okay. I don't want to repeat it. All right, hold on. We're going to 80 like I said. We're going to 80 like I said. We're testing the luck. I'm a little anticlimactic right now because of that early hit. Okay? I don't really think favorite star means anything. I'm a proponent of that, by the way. I've gotten favorite star and gotten basically nothing. I've gotten long shot star and gotten everything. The only time it's guaranteed is when I see the words, you know, whatever, freaking eclipse, whatever, or the door. It's not Garen Schmerens. It's not Garen Schmerens otherwise. It could be anything. It could be frickin' anything. And right now, I think it's frickin' nothing. That's alright. Like I said, we're going to 80. Because now that I've achieved Sweep Tosho, thank you. Now that I achieved Sweep Tosho, thank you, Umagods, right there. I'm trying to get, you know, a Fuji or a Narita, Brian, particularly. I know Narita Brian's rerun is later in the month. We'll probably be rolling on that banner too. But, you know, I'm just testing my luck. You tend to pull rainbows more on long shot than favorite? True. 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 I can oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. 10? Give me 10. 10. Give me more. Oh my god. Wait, who is it? See, that one was more of a surprise. That one was more Fuji. Please, dude, please. Oh my god. Oh my god, please. Fuji or Narita Brian. Fuji or Narita Brian. Oh! Not bad. No, not bad. I like Dober. I missed out on Dober's banner. I wanted to roll on... Oh, no, wait. I forgot what happened, but, I think I just didn't have any carrots when Dober rolled around. Oh, man, not bad. Oh! Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I thought you were going to go all the way. I thought it was going to be a double. I thought it was going to go from gray to rainbow. Holy moly, don't do that to me. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. You know I love it when it's new. I love it when they're new, and I love it when they're the base character. That's my preferred bias right there. Costumes, not preferred. Not preferred. But okay. I said we're going to 80. We're going to 80. That's 4 more attempts. Show me the money, baby. Show me the freaking money, baby. Oh! Did I say 10 or did I not say 10? Did I not say 10 or did I not say 10? Come on, Adius. Holy. Oh my god, is it this one? Is it the next one? Is it the next one or... It's the next one. It's the next one. It's the next one. Oh my god, Fuji. Fuji or Narita Brian, please. Particularly Fuji, but you know. Oh my god. Okay, it's the next one. It's the next one. I messed up. Fuji? Fine motion? Fine motion? Okay. Not so bad. Not so bad at all. Oh, wow. These are good hits right now. No, I'm not going to say that word. No, I almost said a dangerous word. I almost said a word that would have ruined the entire luck going forward. Not bad, not bad. All right, you know, I said 80. We're going, well. Okay. The door wasn't impressive. The words weren't impressive, but you know what's going to be impressive is this this gold going to rainbow right here. Okay, it didn't happen. Do I want to go to 80? Wait, hold on. Oh yeah, I do. I that's fine. I'll have more than enough time to get the carrots back by the time Brian's banner comes around. All right, dude. Oh my god. I am getting pretty lucky. I'm getting pretty lucky today. All right, let's see what happens. Okay. It's a long shot, but long shot doesn't mean zero shot. That's the trick. That's the trick. It's never 0%. Oh. Okay, calm down. Calm down. Almost got me. All right. Well, that was still kind of a high roll, wasn't it? That was almost 4. That was almost 5 golds. All right. Last roll. Today's session was weird because hitting Sweep Tosho on the first pull is just, it makes it so anticlimactic. I don't know, but you know, it is what it is. I'm happy with 3 rainbows. 3 rainbows is excellent. 3 rainbows is excellent. Can we end it on a high note? Can we end it on a high note? Let's see. 1 for the road. It's like stopping at a gas station and getting a bag of chips. 1 for the road. Come on. Oh no! Oh, no! The double. Oh my god! 1 for the road. 1 for the road. It is what it is. Oh shoot! That's 4 rainbows. Trick. It's 5 rainbows. Watch this. Okay, it wasn't 5 rainbows. It wasn't 5 rainbows. I kept my word. 80 pulls as stated. Now pull the knife. That costs actual money. Therefore, it's 10 times riskier. I'd love to though, but yeah, not gonna happen anytime soon. All right. I don't really know what else. I don't really know what else to say. That's like kind of it's kind of yeah. I mean, I always walk into these believing I can win, because why wouldn't you? I think it's silly to play. I think it's silly to believe you will lose, because like that just already makes it sour. Like you're gonna be in a bad mood, and you know why just walk in more positive. And that's what I do. Sometimes I do lose though. You guys have seen it in the videos and in the streams on occasion. But we're on a hot streak. We are on a hot streak for 2026. It's insane. Since 2026 has began, I have only really lost on 1 banner, which was ironically the Fuji Kiseki banner, the costume, the ballroom one. So we are still up. And will that continue? Because Narita Brian is coming up. I mention Narita Brian every time I do these. Every time I do these pulls. Every time I do these videos, streams, whatever. Usually when it's a character I really want, I don't get so lucky. You know, when they're like my Oshi pick. That's usually what happens. So we'll see. Narita Brian is coming up, I think, in the next 2 weeks, sometime in June. So I will be playing Uma again in like the next few weeks when that banner comes out. But yeah, let's see if we can get so lucky in that banner. But we did score a max win today, so four rainbows. I was almost close to halfway to the mark for getting 100 in super chats from Adius. Almost got that guy. Almost got Adius freaking hands up caught. You got Machikane Fukutari armor and new Oguri card. Very nice. If I was a card guy. Should I do one card pull for the road? Let's do one card pull for the road. Just because I like pulling. That's the honest to God truth. Alright, one card pull for the road. Cards are boring. Nah, I don't, you guys know I don't like cards. It's actually funny. I don't like cards that much in real life, and I don't like cards that much in this game. I do roll for cards sometimes though, but eh. I did get the new Oguri though. Shout out to my goat, Oguri Cap. Cap meaning peak. My wallet remains safe. Your wallet does remain safe. But what does not remain safe is the time left on the stream. I told you guys this would be the ending of the stream, and luckily we ended it on a dummy high note. But I'll see you guys tomorrow for Detroit Become Human if you are interested. Please, like I said, be there or be square. Do you want to be a square? Because that's the end of the drama. You guys know I love these decision-making games, blah, blah, blah. I've mentioned a few times, I get really immersed. It all ends tomorrow if you've been keeping up with it. And if not, you know, you might just want to tune in just because maybe you've seen the game already and, you know, you want to see what ending I get or blah, 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 this or that. So, yeah, but that's the end of today's Uma stream. Thank you guys all for watching. Whether you guys are watching for a short time, long time, lurking, or chatting, I do appreciate it greatly. Thank you for streaming. Congrats on my pulls. Thank you, thank you. In honor of my big W today, you'll go into Night Dire Marsh on Marathon and loot 10 golds. You should loot 10 golds. You better. You better, dude. Yeah, guys. Thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate it. I will see you guys tomorrow, and if I don't see you tomorrow, I'll see you when I see you. Hopefully I see you sooner than later. But yeah. Peace out, guys. Have a good rest of you guys' day. Later.